Alright, this is how to work with the answers to I do, you do, percent, and is of format. So I see that I have a percent problem, so right away I'm going to go percent proportion. Again, you could do algebraic equation. If you did algebraic equation, you would write it as what number? We don't know, so we write a variable. Is means equals. Remember, whenever you're using a percent, that's a selfie of a number, so change it to one of its equivalents. There's the decimal equivalent, or you could write 42 over 100. That's the fraction equivalent. Of means times 16, and now you're in an algebraic equation to solve. Most of my students prefer the proportion, so I'm going to go ahead and solve it that way though. What number is? Remember that is the part. 42 is the percent. We write over the 100, which of course then stands for 42%. There's your fraction equivalency of 16. So I read that as what number is, there's your is, 42%, there's your percent, of 16, there's your 16. You're ready to multiply the diagonals and divide by the other one. And your answer is 6.72. Not sure if it asks you to round. If it asks you to round to the nearest tenth, there's the tenth place, so you look behind it, so it would be 6.7, but 6.72 is your full answer. Second one, I'll start out with the algebraic equation. So it says 316 is what percent? Don't know, so we put a variable of 255. Now we're in an algebraic equation, so of course you'd solve by dividing by 255, dividing by 255. Now on this one you got to be careful because they ask for a percent. When you get this answer, it's not going to be in percent form, so you'll have to move the decimal 2 places to the right, which is taking it times 100, to move it into a percent. So when I work that out, I actually get 1.2392156 dot dot dot. Anyway, I move that decimal 2 places, which moves it behind the 3. I look at the 9 to see if that makes it go up or stay the same. It makes it go up, and your answer is 124%. Now, here's what it looks like as your proportion. 316 is, that's the part. What percent, we don't know. Remember, there's always 100 in there. Of 255. So you notice the part is bigger than the whole, so that's why it's over 100%. You would, of course, be ready to multiply the diagonals and divide by the other one. 78 is 36%. Remember, I'm dealing with it as an algebraic equation, so I want to change that to a real number, not a selfie of a number. Of what number? Of course, we'd be ready to solve that by dividing by 0.36 to get the variable by itself. So now I would have W equals 216.6 repeating. If I did it as a proportion, 78 is 36% of what number? Again, 78 is the 36%. We're looking for the 100% or the whole. If you multiply the diagonals, divide by the other one, you're going to get that 216.6 repeating. It says round to the nearest tenth, so since these are sixes out behind, that 6 makes that one go up, and you would be at 216.7. 24 is 20%. Remember, don't want a selfie, want a real number. Of what number, don't know. So again, they multiplied by 0.2, so we're going to divide by 0.2 to solve that. Which when you solve gets you an answer of 120. If I were to set it up as a proportion, 24 is 20% of the number we don't know. We're ready to multiply the diagonals and divide by the other one. You're still going to get to your answer of 120.